Good morning. Welcome to our Stitch Circle, guys. So glad to have you all in. I certainly hope that if you don't already know, I am Michelle with YesMichelle Crochets. And this is such a unique and fun honor for me to be able to sit with you during a live stream. This is our Circle. So as you enter, first and foremost, please hit like. That helps out the algorithm to know that this is a safe and fun place for you to be. And it also lets me know that you were here. But more importantly, do me a favor. Hey there. Um, Say hello, of course, and greet your friends, greet your neighbors. Let me know what you're stitching on. If you're enjoying a sip of coffee or whatever you're drinking on, please, by all means, add that to the chat as well. Today, I am working on the Snuggle Sprout beanie. I am just a little ways in, and I'm going to be working on that throughout the day. But as you guys know, this is not my favorite thing to do. And I'm a bit of a control freak. Let's start there. But in order to make sure that I control the chaos just a little for me, I've got some questions I'm going to be asking throughout our live time to get today. And I've got a little bit of trivia for you. Hello, Erica. Thank you for being here today. I have had so much fun interacting with your comments. Thank you for leaving them. That has really helped me get to know you a little bit better, and I've enjoyed it. So thank you so much. And of course, good morning to Lady Elaine. Thank you for helping me out. And I think she says good morning, Kim. So I haven't seen. Oh, there you are, Kim. Oh, my mercy. I still struggle with the chat. So if I miss anything, then by all means catch me up on all the things. Bear with me and be patient. And Kim said, hooking on the Snuggle Sprout baby beanie and chugging coffee. I love it. Good morning, Kim A. Welcome in. Welcome in. And Kim, are we still working on sleeves on that sweater, or have we put that to bed? Because we know you are quite the sweater maker. So forgive me, I need my coffee. Of course, I am not gonna. Hey, Pen, welcome in. Hi, Sugar. Welcome in. You guys are really making my day. Hey, Mel. Hi. I am so thrilled. This was something that I had been planning to do for all of us. And honestly, I was a little afraid to set this up, but the more I thought about it, and the more I really did want to have a virtual stitch circle, and I thought, well, a few people might come, and the best people are already here. You guys are here. You've made my day. Thank you so much. Hey, Amelia, welcome in. Thank you for being here. And of course, I do have a couple of people behind the scenes. My team has already checked in with me this morning, and they checked on me because if you know, you know. So there is that. Of course, house rules still apply. We will not have conversation related to politics or religion. But like I said, I have questions and I have trivia for us. So I'm thrilled with that. I'm going to pepper it in. Of course, thank you all for being kind, not just to me, but to each other. It means everything to me. And I have two different sets of questions. So let's start with a would you rather question. Would you rather only crochet with fun fur for a year or use a 2 millimeter hook for a year? Now, I'm going to let you all answer that question and then I'll tell you which one I would rather do. And as you can hear from the tone of my voice, one of them does not sound appealing, or maybe both. Hmm. Nonetheless, whoa, this is really moving and this thing is not adjusting. Okay, let's see. Everybody is saying hello. Thank you all for that. And if you have not gotten the Snuggle Sprout beanie pattern, by the way, guys, this is a Wand the Yarn Addict pattern, and it is a free pattern on Ravelry. Uh, Kim said neither. I love it. I'm the same. Honestly, I first of all, these darn meat claws right here. A 2 millimeter hook had better be encased in a 10 millimeter handle because otherwise it's going to get bent. It's too delicate. It's too dainty. It's too small. It's too no. And come on, fur. No, no. After I finished sneezing, there would be a bonfire, and that hook and that yarn would be in it. And I'm getting a lot of 2 millimeters. Kim and Lady Elaine say the 2 millimeter hook for them, yes, as does Amelia. I love it. I love it. But you know what that says? None of us like that fun fur mess. It's like, no, we're not going to. That is not our wheelhouse. So I get it. I'm not a fur girly either. Now, a little bit of hidden history, as we'll call it. Um, Before hooks were common, what body part did people likely use to create their loops? And Kim said, I love the snuggle beanie pattern. She's made 24 so far. Oh my gracious. And Kim, are you going to be sending those on to one, or are you going to be donating them to your local hospitals or charities? Because 24 is quite a lot. And Kim said, Snuggle Sprout Baby Beanie written pattern on Ravelry. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank you for sharing that, Kim. For those of you who don't know, and I'm sure in this intimate group, we do know that our illustrious Kim is the right-hand person to Juan the Yarn Addict. And I'm grateful to have her here with us and to help me out because I don't know all the things, but I do try. And Mel said it wouldn't be the 2 millimeter because my eyesight isn't that good. Uh, these things right here are another reason that that's a no. I cannot see. Hand knitting with fingers, possibly, Lady Elaine. Let's see what the answer was. Okay, wait a minute. Which page was I on? I forget. The answer was the bent forefinger, and the source of that information comes from American Yarns. And Kim said, yes, I am sending to one and will make for the local. Okay, excellent. See, I love our community. Not only do we think of those not so close, but we think of those right in our own backyard. And Penn is on the JTYA team too. Forgive me. Yes, she is. Oh, forgive me. It's Saturday. The coffee has not kicked, but our circle is here, and I am grateful for that. And by the way, guys, if you would put in the chat, let me know, is this a good time for Stitch Circle for you all? Because it is a great time for me. When we finish here today, I am going to fix a few things and then immediately start filming for this coming Monday's video. So yes, Pen, the baby beanie is so much fun. I am loving this. And this is the first one I have made, but I'm making progress. We will see how I measure when we finish because I am typically a loose stitcher. And speaking of loose stitches, I want to show something to you guys. And then I'm going to ask another question. Yeah, I'm stretching just beyond you. You see this? This is the Red Heart all-in-one quilt yarn. Um, hmm. The face tells you everything you need to know. It's difficult. And I've got two perfect times. Thank you, guys. Yes. And I agree. Oh, Kim said yes. Fantastic time. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you all. Thank you all so, so much. I had discussed it with my team. They seem to be flexible for whenever anyone wanted to do this, but I especially wanted to make sure that it was good for you all as well. So they were like, if you're available, let's do it. And that's what I'm trying to do. Excellent, Erica. So, yes. Okay. Now, the what's in my cup question of the day. What is your go-to beverage while stitching? Coffee, tea, or something stronger? And Sugar said, it's fine because I'm normally not stitching. Well, Sugar, the fact that you're giving us your time and your company means everything. And I'm grateful. But you said normally not stitching. So are you stitching now? Hmm. And as to what my go-to drink is when I'm crocheting, it depends on the time of the day. Lady Elaine said tea. Okay. I love that. Mine, like I said, and Kim said coffee. Mine starts out as coffee and then it's water, but it's flavored water. And the flavor depends on my mood. Erica says coffee. Sugar says tea. So we've got a good mix of coffee and tea around here. I'll make sure that we have both brewed on a regular. And Penn, of course, said tea. I know that about Penn because we laugh about that often. And Sugar said, nope, she is not stitching. Hmm. So what do you, I want to ask what you're up to, but I'm almost afraid. Amelia said, Bustelo coffee. Yes, for the win. Yes. Although right now I am on a hiatus from Bustelo because I am highly addicted to, I forget what it's called, what the brand is, but there is this instant cinnamon flavored coffee. Oh my goodness. I get it on Amazon and it is so delicious. The moment that I open it and I smell it, woo, I am truly, truly a happy camper. And it gives me all the energy I need. Though I probably should have added a little bit more today. And Mel said coffee with International Delight hazelnut flavor creamer. I love that. That is one of my in the distant flavors. I'm really on a cinnamon kick lately. So there's that. But I think I've always, in some way or another, had cinnamon as a part of my routine just because I know cinnamon has some digestive properties that are very beneficial for me. And I do try on occasion to be good to my body, especially considering I don't feed myself the way I should. So, next question, the controversial opinions. Metal hooks, wood hooks, ergonomic, plastic. Which one is the undisputed king in your world? So, and don't let this be the thing you think it is. I want to know what you think you like best. Chilling because later I have to braid my daughter's hair. Oh, that's a job I do not miss. Although there have been plenty of occasions in the last recent history that I have done my daughter's hair lately. She's so busy she gets to do her own because I don't have time. So it's just not my job right now. But I suspect if I get frustrated with her, I will snatch her up and do her hair. And she seems to like that. And Kim says ergonomics depends on the yarn and the project. Right, Kim? Absolutely. Sugar says metal. And what Sugar didn't say when she said metal is she loves her furls streamline red. Correct? I think I'm right. Now me, I love my furls hooks. I have the furls blush and I have another hook on the way from furls. I have a few other streamlines that I use on a regular basis. Um, for the longest time, my go-to was my dots hooks, and lately it's been, as Wine calls it, the Lazy Susan ergonomic hook. Yes, Amelia is 100% right, as is Kim. It all depends on what type of yarn I'm using. And Sugar said, "Yup," because I know. See, I'm not just this distant personality. I really do listen and read what you guys put in my comments. And as much as my little crazy brain can, I try to remember what you tell me because I value our friendship. So I know that Sugar's favorite color is red, and I know that she is one of those people that loves her furls hooks. So, speaking of a slight deviation from my questions, how many of you are furls hooks fans? And how many of you have thought about trying their products but haven't quite pulled the trigger on it. I'm just curious. I want to know. Oh, coffee. So that's a question I really kind of am curious about. Lady Elaine is giving me the love. Thank you, Lady Elaine. And thank you for being awake for me, especially when I disturb you. No, you never complain. So this morning has been most interesting. I had to lay out the clothes that I need to set up for filming for today, not just this part of my day, but the part after this. And then I've got some errands I need to run a little bit later. But as I was saying to my family, whew, it's a heck of a day, but I'm so excited. Tried them, don't love them, but can use them. And Kim A said, I'm a dots girl. Amelia says, I don't have any furls. So are you interested in trying them, or is that a no, never, not interested? And Sugar said, me, but I also love Susan and Hero hooks. Now, you know, I do not own even one Hero hook, but I've heard great things about them. Hey, good Gypsy, nice to see you. Welcome in. Oh, Lady Elaine, big hugs to you. Thank you. She said I never disturb her, even when I'm disturbed. Believe me, she's talked me off the ledge quite a few times. And even before there was a channel, she was there for me. I love her for that. So, and she says, not interested, with ultimate respect. With ultimate respect. There are some hooks that when I see them, I'm like, yeah, no. And I'll be honest, the number one, yeah, no, for me is resin. And it's because if you put it on the table, and I'm notorious for setting things down in a second, and then it rolls off the table onto the floor, and the hook head breaks off. No matter how pretty, and I'm going to reach right here. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous hook. It is also a Furls 6.5K limited edition anniversary hook. Gorgeous, right? It's resin. So it stays in that cup right there. I don't use it for anything. And Good Gypsy said, I was gifted furls, but prefer the Amazon ones. Are you talking about the dupes of the furls? Because I haven't tried those yet. But I really want to know, are they comfortable? Are they too light, too heavy? Give me all the details. I need to know. Okay, I'm going to try not to buy them. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to try not to buy them. So, let me see. I have to count my rows because this is such a quick hat. I will get to the end and I know I'm there. And baby heads are tiny. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now go back to the pattern because this is the first time I'm doing this hat. I don't have 24 under my belt yet. Okay, so I have 2 more rows. Switching. World record and wonders, because yes, we have them in groups. Are furls good for small hands? Mine are small. Mel, I would probably say not necessarily. Maybe their wood ones would be. But as a general rule, and I don't have one on my desk, I'm going to be bad. Don't buy the dupes. A set might be on my way to my mailbox. Oh, really? Thank you. Okay. She's not going to make me cry today, y'all. I'm about to stand up, which I never do, as you guys know. But in order for me to stand up, let me explain. There's a whole setup that you guys don't see. The dupes are heavier than the streamline, but I found the silver streamline are heavier than the other colors. And see, I love my silver ones. They are spot on good for my hands. Now, I was saying, I have a setup. My setup is my boppy. It keeps me at a distance from my camera, but it also allows me to have like a table right in front of me to keep my elbows in a good position for crocheting. Now, I said that to say this. Uh, Forgive me. Streamlines. This is my go-to. I love this one. In fact, this is my G. I was working with a smaller thread or a smaller string earlier. And this is, she's my baby. I do love her. I'm going to sit you on, you okay with that? But anyway, yes, I talk to my hooks like I talk to my people. These are the tools of the trade. You must respect them. And yeah, I love, love, love my Furls hooks. They make me happy, but there are other hooks that I use just as much. Hey, Zach, welcome in. Thank you for being with us today. Welcome. And I was saying my setup. Not only do I have my desk that you guys are loosely mounted to, but in front of my desk is a mobile table. And then sitting almost on top of the table is the top of my boppy so that I have everything close at hand. And I'm being laughed at because it's like, yeah, we know Michelle's a little wild. I do things in a way that works so that I can be comfortable and still be in the camera frame. Mel, I have small hands and am a pencil holder. I struggle to use furls. See, I'm glad somebody outside of, the meat claws and knife gripping can explain better. I just don't think that the size of this hook is ideal for somebody with smaller hands. I would think it would be uncomfortable. And most specifically, this part of it. This is easy for me as a big hand person to grip. But if I had tiny hands, this would be wobbly for me. Mel says, I really like my dots. And I agree. Dots are close by too. Love my dots. And Sugar is a knife holder. I understand because that's my testimony too. I'm a knife holder. And quick question. Excuse me. I'm so sorry, guys. How many of you learned to crochet before YouTube? Before there were video tutorials to teach you how to do all the things? How many of you are pattern readers? Because that's my testimony. I learned how to crochet by reading patterns and learning that new language that is our glossary. Bear with me. But the very first thing I did, like many people, was I learned without any books or any patterns or anything. I had yarn, I bought a hook. That was it. I went to task of teaching myself how to do the things. And Kim is waving. Hey Niecy. Oh, I'm so glad to have you with me. I love you. We need to talk. Reach out to me. I have a question for you. And Sugar says she was 7. Whoa. And everybody is saying hello. I love it. I love it. I was 30 and on bed rest, but had been a knitter for quite a while. Amelia said, me, I can read patterns and charts. Um, I struggle with charts a little bit. I have to think with charts. Let me put it that way. I can figure it out pretty quickly, but I do have to think. I love you. I should have called this the love circle because you guys bring me all the love and I need it and I appreciate it and I give it back tenfold. So, yes. Okay. Now, who holds the record for the world's fastest crocheter, clocking in 5,118 stitches in 30 minutes? And here's a tip. It's not Juan the Yarn Addict, though I think you could give this person a run for their money. And Niecy said hi to Zach. Also said that she's been crocheting for 5 years. And I would think it would be much longer. You are amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. Guys, I dearly love when I get to see you guys' work. It inspires me. It really does. And I think there have been plenty of times where you may not have known. I might have been peering in other windows, seeing your work, and it motivated me not to fall into, I don't want to crochet today. I don't want to. I can get some I don't want us. Trust me. Okay, I find charts easy, but might be because of my artist background. Very likely. Mama swear. Honestly, I didn't start reading patterns until wine crossed my journey. Excellent. See, that's the beauty of the community. They teach you and help you elevate your game and your skill and enjoy this craft from different elements and dimensions. Means everything. I took his tips on how to learn to read patterns and it worked. Absolutely. Plus, when you have a tutorialist or a designer who writes patterns that make sense, it makes it so much more fun. Trust me, I have books on books on books, and some of those books I have to literally open my head for because the patterns make no sense. I gave up crocheting for a while and I'm now just getting back into it, but haven't done any crafting for a while. Been in a funk. Well, sit with the circle, sip whatever you're drinking, and know that we are here to encourage you and motivate you to get the hook back in hand if that's what you want to do. And if not, well, we're just going to love on you just the same. Yes, I do know this. I saw the last of what you were working on, Zach, and I was so very proud of you. By the way, that is some very pretty yarn. Why is it the weather said it was going to be in the 80s? Now, yesterday was warm, and today it's kind of cool. I don't know exactly what the temperature is, but it let's consider it at cool. And yet, I know when I go out the door at like 1 o'clock this afternoon, my time, it's probably gonna be hot. I'm not ready. I am not ready. Speaking of which, I have to go by my P.O. box. That's a mental note for me. I have a package there that I didn't know was there, but now that I know I need to go pick it up. So, 1 second. I had to get my, and I got to count again because I don't know where I am. Um, the answer to the question of who's the fastest crocheter is Lisa Gentry. And the source of that information is the Guinness Book of World Records. No! Zach said we got a bit of snow last night. Yuck. No, thank you. We reject that. Okay. Wait a minute. I need to start marking off questions that I've asked so I don't ask those again in the future. Um, Another would you rather? Would you rather have a never ending supply of yarn but no hooks, or every hook size imaginable, but you had to buy your own yarn? And Mel said, it's still cold up here in Canada. I get it, but I don't want it. I do not want it. Okay, Sugar said, when I was young, I taught myself how to read patterns. My mom would just look at crochet items, would look at crochet item, could make it. So though she taught me to crochet, I could read the pattern. I love that. No, 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 no. Just don't say the S word in the chat, please. I'm begging you. Do not say the S word. And those of you who know how I feel about that particular element of weather know that the S word is, it has O after it. And there's a letter in the middle. I don't care for that weather at all. I am a spring girl. I love spring. So let's embody our spring. So, uh, Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and one more to go. None of the above. Thank you for giving me a giggle. So, what's the answer? All of the hooks. See, I'm with Kim A on that one. Yes, Lady Elaine. None of that. None of that. All of the hooks. Give me all of the hooks and let me buy my own yarn because I'm bougie and I'm picky. You might pick the wrong shade of this yarn or the wrong size of that yarn or the wrong quantity of that yarn. So let me do that. Let me do that. However, give me all the hooks. Give me all the wood ones. Keep your resins, but give me all the wood ones. Give me all the metals. Or there are other types of hooks. Imagine if there were hooks made out of a unique material. What material would you design a hook out of? Being able to read patterns has expanded my opportunities to enjoy my create time. I love it. Amelia said definitely to the hooks. I want some veggie seeds in the house, but I gave up my garden plot because of disabilities. Listen, I had to give up going outdoors to garden because the sun is out there and it is my enemy. So they can have the sun. I will stay indoors. And I will order my groceries, and it's particularly my vegetables online, which is hard, but I do it, or I send my daughter. No, no, we cannot. No, quit being difficult. I'll put your chips away. You stop it. You stop it. There will be no cookies in the cabinet for you if you keep this up. So there is that. Yes, I am fussing at Zach for those of you that don't know. Um, the only hooks I don't use are full metal hooks and boy hooks. I do have my favorites. I love it. I love it. See, full metal works for me, but that's a big hand thing. That is just because I'm challenging. Now, I don't like the entry level hooks, the ones that are, I don't even think I have any available because, again, I don't like them. They're just that straight metal. Summer Boy, I've seen the Susan Bate ones. Um, yeah, no. Yeah, no. I need something that's got to fill up this hand because otherwise it could get bent. I'm a heavy pressure person, but moreover, at some point, it's going to start stabbing and sticking at this part of my hand, and that prevents me from crocheting. Zach, you know I'm just kidding with you. I love you to pieces, but I will hide your chips. Or worse, I will put all kinds of extra spicy stuff in your popcorn. So, now, what is one question or one life lesson that crochet has taught you about patience? I know for me, I have learned, and in fact, I created a t shirt that says it, and I have a cup that matches because sometimes when I'm, especially in the winter, as I'm getting ready for a bigger holiday, I'll put my t shirt on and have my cup sitting there that says, talking to me while I'm crocheting will include me counting louder. I love old school Metal Boy and Susan Bates. It's nostalgic. Kim, I think you said earlier you have smaller hands. That probably works for you. Anything that's popping me in the palm of my hand, we're fighting. Nisi, I loved my clovers, but again, I struggled with the length of them. If they were a little bit longer, oh, they would be chef's kiss. They're too short for my hands. And it's weird because I'm not a very tall person. I'm not a very big person, but my hands don't match me. They just don't. None, because I have no patience. You do. You do. But you have patience for what you want to have patience for. Because to take something out of your imagination and put it on paper and make it amazing, that's a level of patience that I don't have. Well, it has taught me patience as I have to frog something for the third time, LOL. It's taught me to enjoy the journey. Exactly. Mel said, I find crochet doesn't try my patience as much as knitting. See, knitting, they say crochet is a slow craft. Knitting is a ice melting in the middle of your freezer craft. It's just not on for me. I love those of you who are knitters now. And the thing was, I started out knitting. I'm glad to say that is not in my journey right now. Yarn barf tries my patience. LOL. I love a good yarn barf sometimes, though. Not always. Sometimes I want to get to work, and cleaning that mess up is not what I want to do. It's a marathon, not a sprint, especially if I'm designing something on my own. See, yes, me too. See, like I said, kind of like a little bit of yarn bar from time to time. I'm being attacked by one of my bags. Kim S. Is that why you always say stitch markers are our friends? Exactly. See, my people watch it, my other people. I love it. I love it. To me, it's not patience. It's just what I love doing. See, I think that's the part that we might overlook and forget. Good morning, Sherry. Welcome in, and thanks for being here. Stitch markers are a must. Do I have some on my desk? But I also have, okay, I'm not going to say I'm privileged, but I'm privileged. I have this. And this wasn't just a gift, it is a precious keepsake for me. But it's also stitch markers, which I'm always going to try to have close by. Will I remember to use them? We'll see. However, I'm grateful for them. Yes, yes, yes. See, everybody understands stitch markers. We got to have them. They're tools of the trade. Are you really a crochet artist if you don't have stitch markers? And yes, that means for you, if bobby pins are what you use to hold your markers, or extra pieces of yarn in a different color, that's still a stitch marker. I will take that. I love my stitch markers. Oh, mercy. And I love decorative stitch markers. Do they always end up on my projects? Sometimes they're just pretty to look at. Oh, my mercy. Let me finish this row real quick because I have this. I kid you not, I have 3 sets of papers. And yes, on the back of there's notes. Because today's mantra, because you guys know I got to have a mantra. I am the architect of my own life. I am the creator of my own reality. I needed that today because, like I said, being live is one of my biggest challenges. And I needed to remind myself I'm in control, in charge of this space and this place, and I'm okay with that. They are my fingers. I have to use them to get the projects done, right? See, people forget we need these. And of course, Sugar is saying hi to Sherry. Oh, quote of the day: never explain. Your friends do not need it, and your enemies will not believe you anyway. Said by Elbert Hubbard. So that is our quote of the day. And I like both of those. Both of those were necessary for me. I don't have affirmations for you guys, those are still sitting and resonating with me. I need to make a holder for my special stitch markers to display them because I use the cheap plastic ones on my projects. I do too. And then I break them or I lose them, mostly lose them. And everybody's saying hello. Thank you all for that. A little bit of love in the house. I need that. I need that. Thank you. Finish this row, Michelle. And I hope you guys are enjoying our music today. I just chose a regular coffee house kind of ambient music, but it's got a little bit of punch to it. And I'm keeping it low so that you all can hear me talk and hopefully nothing else, because twice I've heard my dog decide that he wants to give his list of demands. And I know in a little bit the house is going to be a little bit quieter, but there is some bumping going on because I'm not home alone. So there is that. I have had, this has been fun, guys. This has been fun. Your recliner eats stitch markers. My recliner, my sofa, my bed, this chair, the chair. Oh, without giving you all too much information, and this, if it gives you a giggle, so be it. Feel free to let me know you laughed. You all know that not only do I have this channel, but I'm working on bringing a new channel on board for my system, a new music channel. In order to do this, I have to do some recording in a quieter space. This channel doesn't mind so much when my voice is a little echoey or it hits walls or it just, it doesn't have to have that intimate podcast feel, even though I have a podcasting mic. So, in order to dampen my sound around me, I moved a recording space within my closet. And my team has seen pictures of me in the closet. It is the funniest thing. And no, those pictures will never be made public because, yeah, but I was filming in the closet and my one of my kids sends me messages saying trapped in the closet. If you know, you know. But yes, I have been in my closet recording on the past couple of days. And I went to bring the things I needed for today's live stream out of the closet. And there's a whole pile, like 5 stitch markers just sitting there randomly. And I remember dropping them and going, where'd that stitch marker go? In the closet with me. So I have stitch markers in the closet too, not just over here. So stitch markers are here and there and there and here. Closet. Listen, my closet has a lot of clothes in it, which dampens the noise around me. So it's a great place to film if you need to film audio. Hey, if it works right now, if it works. So there is that as well. Yes, I am admitting in this very cozy group that I may or may not be filming in my closet periodically. Okay, I've got row 9 down. Let's see what 10 and 11 say I need to do next. Chain. Okay. And okay. I'm doing what? Forgive me, guys. I'm here. I'm just reading. Uh, my sister says always knows where I've been because I leave a trail of stitch markers. I love it. Okay, so I'm just either or. Double and then front. Yay! Skip, double. Let's see. And then, of course, everybody's laughing. Yes, Hansel and Gretel. I love it. Skip. Okay, I don't like that song. I'm sorry. That's just me. My ears are earring, and I'm like, no, that's not it for me. Okay, we need another question. Um, 1 second. I have to scroll down. Guys, all of this is happening over on my television so that I have music access. And if I really love a song, I can even hit heart so that I can add that to a playlist for future use. Yeah, that's nice. I'll turn that up just a little bit. Anyway, in 2017, the largest crochet hook in the world was created in the UK. How long was it? Does anybody know? I'm telling you, I had fun coming up with some of these questions. I love you too, Kim. Thank you. Anyway, I have to put that stitch in the right place or I'll mess up. And I'm not trying to mess up somebody else's pattern. Do we have any guesses on how long that hook is? And if that's too loud, guys, let me know in the chat. Sugar said, no idea. Take a guess. Take a guess. Skip place. Good morning, Kendall. Thank you for being here today. Long time no see, but happy to have you here with me. How are you today? Ah, oh yeah, that gets a heart. I'm sorry, that gets a heart. Yeah, we'll add that one. Anyway, the answer to that question is 9 feet 1 inch, or 2.77 meters. And again, our source, of course, is Guinness World Records. Now, controversial opinions. Exactly, Sherry. Sherry says 2 meters since it's in the UK and it won't be in feet. Is that 5 feet? Rolling back to my notes. No, 9 feet. 9 feet 1 inch. Um, we got that one. Center pull or outside pull? How are we feeling about the yarn barf? We touched on it a little bit. We know that a lot of you don't like it. Nisa says, oh, I was only 4 feet off. No big deal, right? But the question on the table is center pull, or would you rather outside pull? And I'm going to add this as a part of the question. I'm doing great. I am genuinely doing great. So does it matter on the size of the donut, the cake, the skein, whatever you want to title your yarn? Does the size matter as to whether you center pull or outside pull? Mel says center pull. Sherry says center pull. Now that I have a couple of yarn bowls, I do an outside pull. Okay. I have yarn bowls. There's one right there. There's a whole pocket for the bigger yarn right there. Outside pull, center pull, even if I get yarn barf. Okay. Respect. Center pull all the time. Now, you know what? Here's the wild. Again, stretching just beyond you. I have these. These go on those stands, and you just put your cakes or your donuts or whatever on them. And then I can pull, and those always have to be outside pull. Hey, good morning. Now, I want to say your name right, and correct me if I'm wrong. Persephone. Good morning. Can't talk. Been looking forward to this. Just came late. You're not late. You are exactly the time you need to be. And I'm thrilled to have you. Sending you super big hugs. And I understand that you can't talk. That's always okay too. Just join us when you can for as long as you can. You are always welcome. If the yarn has a halo, I like outside. Now, you bring up a very interesting point. I am not doing the halo thing. That's a no. I don't, no. Center, unless it's one of those beehive shaped balls, those are impossible. Yes, no, you cannot. And remember the Stenleys? We were all hooked on the Stenleys at one point. You should not center pull from those because that will be constant barf. Constant barf. My suggestion, if you're using a Stenley or a cake that has a changing color scape and you want it to go that way instead of pulling from the center, cake it and reverse your color scheme. And then do an outside pull. Same look that you want without all of the knots. So that's my little tip. I hope it helps. Nonetheless, let me get this correct because you know me. Okay, here we go. I love that ended on that song. Bloop. Over. And click us. Yeah, that is so good. Ah, so if you guys ever wonder, does she legit listen to that music all day? Uh-huh. I do. My team will tell you that they're pretty sure that half the time I may not be listening because I have music going on in the background. You all are fortunate enough not to see me and my silly dances, or worse, have to endure my singing if one of the songs is super good. So there is that as well. There, I had to move something off my screen because, yeah, some people know I'm live and still think that this is the time to send me all of the recipes and all the messages. It's a no. It's a no. I am in my stitch circle with my friends. Oh, thank you, Kendall. Thank you so much. That makes my day. She says, "You look very pretty today." Yes, you got it right. Thank you. I'm so glad, Persephone. I am so glad. I love your name, by the way. I think it is simply beautiful. It's very quiet, so not hearing too much of it. Oh, Erica, that's mostly because I have a big booming voice and I can't be in competition with my music because at the end of the day, I still have neighbors, one of which who may not be awake yet because I know they are up late. So I don't want to disturb their peace. It's just me being neighborly. And mostly it's just to keep my anxiety monster at bay. So, but I love setting the mood, you know, making sure that we have a space where we're all enjoying our time together. And Lady Elaine, question: how are we doing on time? Because I can see the screen, but yeah, I can't really see all the things. It's I have the way my monitor is set up is that I see your conversations over here in a darker color, but the way they have the time set up. Oh, Erica, thank you. She said you have a beautiful voice. Thank you. See, y'all gonna have me walking around here with a big head all week. Well, I already have a big head. We have to control that. Anyway, I am having to stay on top of time because I get lost easily. And I can't see the time. Just as I know it tells me how many people are in the room, but I really don't know and I can't see it. And speaking of things I need to remember to say, guys, if you have not done so, please do hit like for this live stream so that not only do I know you were here, kind of a hey, but it also tells the YouTube algorithm that you enjoy your stitch circle and you'd like to be able to return again and again. So that helps me on two notes. And if I haven't said or you didn't hear me say, thank you for being here. It means everything to me to have your time and your company. So, uh, I'm trying to remember. I think this is the mood in the sky that's playing. No, this is the mood in the sky. Yes, I literally lock and clock on songs. And another one of our content creator friends is on to the Bridgerton music, which is everything for me. You want me to show up, play Bridgerton. I will be there for that part right there. I love the Bridgerton music. Wait a minute, let me stitch and check the pattern because again, not my this is my very first. And I will be able to complete this in the time that we've been together. So hang on. And I'm doing this again. Okay. Perfect. So let me I don't know what they're doing, but they should stop. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I do not like people interrupting our time. There is that. Whee! The second round of the double crochet front post It's so much easier when you can just follow what you've already done. So, and how many of you are fast crocheters versus slow crocheters? Because I am a slow crow girly. It takes me forever, but it doesn't stop me from doing it. I enjoy it. And I have a weird way of holding my hook and all the things simply because I get distracted. Okay, I just got the grocery list. When I say it's all happening all around me, it really is. And it's not beeping, which the audio part has been turned down, but I'm getting all the notifications. So just like you guys are living your experiences while you're trying to do all the things, I have the same experience. I have, children who know full well I am super busy, and yet that does not stop them from interrupting. My Crojo is slow and steady, lol, just like a turtle. Speaking of a turtle, I need to send you this one in my house. Uh, Fact crochet all day long. And I'm assuming you mean fast crochet. But no, no, not I. It's faster than my knitting. But no. And just crazy question. How many of you have fallen asleep while crocheting and woke up and was like, what was I doing here? And had to frog it all out. Depends on the project, right? Sometimes you just like whip, 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 done. Other times you're sitting there going, do I do this or that or that or this? That would be me as well. So we are, it looks like we're at 57 minutes. So we've got just a few more minutes. On the Saturdays that I'm a little able to stay for a longer period of time, all the time. um, as I have more time in the future, I will try to extend this from an hour to 90 minutes. But today we're going to have to cap this at 1 hour simply because, like I said, I do have not one, but two videos that I need to get recorded once I turn this off. And I've got to step into the closet and record some audio that I need to add to a whole other project to give you a little synopsis of what you can be looking forward to this week. And I will post a post on my community tab. This Monday, of course, I'm going to try to have a premiere with you guys of this week's video. Yes, I still have to film it. But this coming Wednesday, I think, no promises. Let's check tomorrow's notes. I'm going to try to get the beginning of a new series up for you guys. If I don't get it up this Wednesday, it will definitely show up next week. And Persephone says, I'm definitely slow. You can sit by me. I love it. I love it. How do I feel about the different ways that people get a straight edges versus just showing the pattern and getting the kind of wavy edge? You know what? It depends on what you're going to do. If that project is a standalone project, wavy is okay if you're going to add a border and you'll straighten it out from there. But there are tricks, and stick with me. It's funny that you brought that very question up because I'm going to be doing a series called The Cozy Encyclopedia, where not only will I be breaking down many of the stitches we use as crocheters, but how just tiny tweaks and tips can change the entire game of what your crochet looks like. So stick with me for that. Like I said, I'm going to try very, very hard to get that all filmed and set up to start this Wednesday. But if I don't get it started this Wednesday, it'll absolutely be up for next Wednesday. Either way, you guys, I've had so much fun in our Stitch Circle today. I hope it's been fun for you. And if so, do me a favor, leave me a pink heart in the chat so that I know that you've enjoyed your time with us today. We will try to do this every Saturday. And until I see you again, either in another video or another live stream, or maybe the community chat of one of our friends, Have some fun today. Don't forget that I love you, and I will see you next time. Until then, bye bye.